Hi, in this video I'm going to show you the top 10 time management tips for college kids. Tip number 1, be organized. This saves you time when you look for information later. Create data repositories for each of your classes. Tip number 2, make friends. No matter how good your note-taking skills or how well you understand a class, you will always have questions. Take advantage of the fact that someone else will likely have a different perspective that will serve you. Tip number 3, focus on purpose, not procedure. Instead of blindly trying to learn the material, think about why you are learning the topic and how it may apply to real-life work. Tip number 4, don't just read, think. Your most successful courses will be the ones where you genuinely think about the subject and its significance, instead of simply completing the coursework. Tip number 5, focus on a strong foundation. Education is a building, and the tests you will take are earthquakes. A building with a weak foundation can fall at the weakest earthquake. Also, a building designed to withstand only a certain type of earthquake still does not have the most stable foundation. Similarly, pay attention to the basics and don't just study materials that are relevant for a test. Tip number 6, prioritize your coursework. When on a tight deadline, it is absolutely important to work on the things that have the biggest impact. Prioritizing is one of the most important time management skills for college students who have a lot on their plate. Tip number 7, work on things that are important. Tie your tasks to your guiding metrics. In school, your grade. Focus on the things that will contribute to long-term success, not an immediate reward. Tip number 8, during tests, focus on the highest return on investment. Read all the problems ahead of time and find the ones that have the highest points per allotted amount of work. By doing these first, you are directly managing your resources, in this case, your limited time. If you work on the highest ROI, then you maximize your scores. Tip number 9, don't study all the time. If you do this, you are probably overloading yourself with useless information. In addition, you'll miss out on some of the best parts of college, which, after all, is not only about the grade. Tip number 10, write everything you have to do down. If everything keeps distracting you, the worst thing that you can do on a daily basis is to keep using your active brain to think about it. It destroys your focus and makes it impossible to enjoy the moment. Now I want to share tips on time management with priority matrix. Tip number 1, create a different project for each class. Number 2, write every assignment down in the uncategorized quadrant of each project. Number 3, as you find out what assignments are important and due soon, move them into the upper left quadrant. 4, use your master list to determine what you have to do today or this week across all your classes. 5, if you have a team project, create a shared matrix for this. 6, use priority matrix on your mobile device. And 7, create a study project for every test you have and list the topics you have to know about.